Konbanwa, samurai tachi. Kono taxi ga tadaimasu. Sanjo! Good evening and welcome to Friday Night Horror Stream. I am your host, the Samurai of Tears, Namida no Samurai. And welcome one and all. Anyone who is the first time viewer here, I'm a variety streamer who streams here usually about 3 times a week, but that's since about to take a small hiatus over November and January, but we'll be back after that for a regular streaming schedule. But hello, konbanwa Nebudu-san, and hello, Onion. Thank you very much for being part of my stream as always. And well, I normally don't do like little call outs to people that I know are watching and lurking in the background. Hello to Princess Sally. We were just talking about you and how awesome you are. So I just had to put that amazing person down there walking backwards and forwards with her Squirtle avatar. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well and have had a pleasant evening and as good a week as you can have at the moment. I have been spending today trying not to fall asleep all day. The day just feels like a non-stop roller coaster of things going on, one after the other. Getting up early, rushing to get ready, piling out, getting in for the morning meeting to find out it's online, get logged on, which you shouldn't have to. Like, I walk into the hall and no one's there. I'm like, what's going on? I'm already 20 minutes early to work for this meeting and no one's there. Check emails. All right, log on. Just in time to hear the head teacher go, and that's what we want you not to do, please. So please don't do it. I'm like, I don't know what you was talking about. So the timing there was beautiful. You could not have planned it anymore. So I'm kind of hoping I could find somebody saying, what was the boss talking about? I don't know. But either way, after that though, again, full day. Spent break and lunchtime printing, planning, talking to students and helping them out with all sorts of stuff. I'm now mentoring one of my class, and so that's taking up a lot of time. And then after school in my gaming club, which was pretty good. Again, there was about 90 people there, so we dropped to like another 10 people this week, but it was really good. They seemed to have a really good time. Time went way too quickly. And then one of the lads, again, same as last week, taxi didn't arrive. So this time it was just me. No, everyone else left. No one else was willing to stay. So I stayed back with him until someone could come and pick him up from home. So yeah, that was really tiring because by the time I got back, I would just start setting up for the evening. I haven't eaten properly today, so I'm planning on eating a hell of a lot tomorrow. I have a day to prep for the Pathfinder game in the evening, but at least I can take some time at midday to go out, grab some nice food to make sure I am fully nutritionalized. I'm not sure what I'm having yet. I might just go out for breakfast, go to the coffee shop, get myself an English breakfast. Pretty good. That's what I'm thinking. Depends if I wake up in time. But yeah, Onions, there's no minutes for the morning. This is like a morning briefing, they like to call it. So it's on top of all the meetings. They don't take minutes for it, so just kind of hoping that somebody has... let's go. Five Nights at Freddy Pro at your service. Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's Pro at your service. Hello, welcome to the Friday night stream. Just getting a little bit warmed up here, getting into and welcoming people in. But yeah, we are going to be playing some Doki Literature Club Plus tonight, where we finished the main story last week, and yeah, rather strangely managed to get the perfect ending picture. So the little letter that we read from Monica saying, thank you for trying to make everyone happy, that used to be a secret ending that I think Sage worked towards after like pointing him in that direction, which you used to be able to only get if you save scummed. So you save at the end, restart, and try and make everyone happy. We got it just by playing the game, which kind of cheapens it a little bit, in my opinion. So like I said, there's some really good things I've liked about DDLC Plus, and then a couple that I'm like, I liked the original. Say Doki traumatized your friend with the Sayori death. I think that traumatizes everybody. First time I saw that, I was like, what? Because I targeted Sayori, I made sure I chose her over everyone else, wrote poems that I knew would appeal to her, and like even when she started getting down, I'm like, look, I'm here for you, I'm always going to be here for you. I took all of those options, so you get the point where you give her the big hug at the end, and then it's just that end of act. I was like, oh my god, I hate that. I hate that they do that. But I need to say, I don't know about you, but here you're not meant to have it that anyone is left properly alone with kids for safeguarding. No, yeah, we're supposed to have that. It's not supposed to be one, but there wasn't just me on the building. We had caretakers on site. I was in the main entrance. I shouldn't have been, but I couldn't. The other side for safeguarding is it's pitch black outside at the end of the school day. So this was up until 6 p.m. Pitch black outside. I can't leave a student out there on his own. So I had to stay to make sure that there was someone to supervise them until he could get picked up. So yeah, it's a horrible catch-22 situation, but there's no way I'm going to leave the lad. He's one of our vulnerable ones. He's in care at the moment. Had some really bad stuff happen to him. So yeah, and the thing is, he's just joined our gaming club like last week, and getting him involved in doing things, which is really nice. And then this taxi company has let him down 2 weeks in a row. So I spoke to his carers today, and we're gonna see if the school can, get in contact with the city council and go, oi, can you stop leaving this vulnerable 12-year-old boy out alone in the dark on a cold Friday night, please? And we'll see where we go. I know, I didn't imply. I didn't mean to imply there that I thought that's what you meant. I'm just like saying, yeah, we have the same thing. I had to make a decision there to say, oh God, well, I shouldn't be alone one-on-one. I couldn't leave him, so I did what I could. I sat with him. His carers have got my phone number. It was in the main entrance, so it's completely public. He could escape, leave at any point, right in front of a security camera, and we had all the cleaners and caretakers. So yeah, I did what I could just to make sure that he was safe, kept him happy. We talked about time travel, of all things. We started talking about like black holes and gravity, because all I did was I asked him, what's your theory, or what's your feelings on flat earthers? And it went into stuff, like he talks about how his understanding of science is amazing for a 12-year-old. And he was talking about gravity, and then we talked about black holes, super black holes, galaxies, and how they collide. Then we started talking about time dilation and time travel, and then getting into things like red dwarf with backwards, because he was like, what happens if time would travel backwards? And we're like, oh God, some really in-depth conversations. He's a really fun lad to talk to. So yeah, and Monica says you kind of leave her hanging this morning. No, I never leave Monica. Monica is everything to me. I mean, sorry, what was I saying? I don't know. See, Monica sits there on my computer every day. She's the most reliable person I know. So hi, Monica. Right. But yes. So today, what I'm planning to try and do, it might not be very horror-y because I have no idea where this goes, but I want to try out the side stories for Doki Literature Club Plus. I don't know what they're about. I don't know how they go. This could be hugely traumatic, or it could just be really cutesy. Who knows? Not exactly the entire suitable storyline for a Friday night horror. I mean, if we do finish it, if it ends up being really short, then we'll jump back into Corpse Party, because we started that one on Halloween, and it's one I do want to continue doing on these Friday nights. It's either that or I go into Fatal Frame again. We'll see. I don't know how long these are going to last, but I think Corpse Party could be a good call. And that's another one I've finished, but I haven't finished the new version, so I want to see what the new content is on that. Either way, I should be jumping across into this. So see if this is all working. This looks good. Now, where are you, Doki? Okay. Again, I haven't changed the volume settings. I haven't had time to. So, hoping that they still make sense after the Dark Souls stream last night. I got the volume. That was a bit loud. But yeah, the volume for Dark Souls is way too loud by default. And this one's also kind of loud. So, we'll see. Now, I say if I go into DDLC, I'm going to use it just as a volume check. Because, oh, hang on. This is a bit different. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand. Did we read this last time? The Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all of my dreams come true, for being a friend to all of the club members, and most of all, thank you for being part of the Literature Club. That, for me, I think that was... Yeah, we did this. But this is what I was talking about, though, is that this letter, I do believe, was the hidden one. in the original free game that you could only get if you got the hidden ending. It says required files are missing or corrupt from reset. Ah, okay. So yeah, we can't actually get in unless we reset the game now. So that is it, completely finished. You can't play once you've got to that point in the game. DDLC is done. And in the original one, you had to uninstall it, go back in and make sure any files that remained were manually deleted, and then reinstall it if you wanted to play again. I just thought that was genius. It was absolutely genius. But yeah, so we are going to go to the side stories hopefully, and there are 2 of these. The side stories. Oh, there's 6 in total. Okay. The side stories are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in DDLC. Oh, so we might have to go through Quick Play again and go for some of the Natsuki poems and maybe some of the Sayori poems. Who knows? Because that's only 2 parts we got unlocked. Oh well, we'll see where it goes. Like I said, I know nothing about this. I deliberately haven't read anything. I've never played these before, so this should be interesting. Let's go with Trust. But it's going to be about Sayori again, isn't it? So, oh, such an emotional little soundtrack introduction. I love it. No one else goes to this school, you realise. It is actually only those, like, 4 girls. Okay, everyone. The literature club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? I miss debate club. Who knew it'd be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Monica is the only member of the literature club. Okay, so we're definitely dealing with a prequel here. So how the clubs got set up in the first place. Okay, how's the volume as well? Like, I'm turning my headphones down because that is really noisy on this end. Like, maybe that goes. Maybe this is the editing memories. Who knows? In the days that have passed, all her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monica glances at one of her flyers. A bit loud still. It's crazy how loud that is. I'll drop it down another 10 decibels, let's see if that helps. The headline is, do you like literature? Maybe no one's into literature enough to pick it over their other club interests. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. A vision? What kind of vision? Monica rests her head on her desk, deep in thoughts. But before she realises it, the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up on her. It's so quiet, and the noise of the air conditioner is soothing. Oh, good night, Monica. Sleep well. Hello? Yeah, it's Sayori. Hello, Sayori. Suddenly a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I never do this. Is this napping club? Yes! We need a napping club. We should have a sleeping club. Can I no, because I want to sleep. No, this is... Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is, in fact, the literature club. This is the literature club. Yay! I thought I got it wrong for a sec. I'm super sorry. It was like so unprofessional of me to do that. Don't apologise. I do that all the time. Oh. Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody? Well, about that. This is everybody. Really? Just you? But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it. Hold on a sec. If it's just you... That means I get to be vice president. I love that personality. The fact that it's like she's a positive about everything. Wait, vice president? What are your what are your qualifications? Well, I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president. Now you're just making fun of me. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name? Sayori. Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really, really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it's really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure that Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry that this isn't like a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I find a few more members at least? Well, no. I want to join now. Really? Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing and you should be proud of it, you know? So let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. Nothing else, I'm good at that, so... Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way. Monica. That's such a cool name. Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up. But you're smiling. Well, I didn't say it didn't work. Monica glances at the flyer on her desk and realizes her name is already written on it. So what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? Still loud. Jeez. Pull it down again. Yeah, like, I can't hear what you guys hear, so you're gonna have to keep me up to date and tell me when there's things like this going on. So I've knocked it down another 10 decimal bells. I don't know what's going on with the settings though. Like, really, everything has got like super, super loud. Like, even my system volume is set down to 10% at the moment, and it's still really, really loud in my head too. Right. By the way, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with some new ideas to recruit club members. I can do that. Cool. And I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. But yeah, I think it's Windows updates. Again, it always messes around with my sound settings. Like, nothing has changed in OBS. Nothing has changed on my Windows settings. At all. It's just, I don't know. It's just really annoying. Is that knocking from the club again, or is it your attic rattling? I think it's your attic rattling, Princess Ellie. It's a rattly attic. And I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission. My mission is to make everyone happy. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Hey, do you like hugs? I guess so. Sayori suddenly pulls Monica into a friendly hug, then lets go. Some people could just really use a hug sometimes. Oh. Besides, Sayori whispers loudly, hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Aha, hug energy? Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirit lifted. I think after this I'm going to go into the settings, see if it's reset all the sound settings on the game as well. Maybe it's just me because she finally found another club member, but, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. Show you about settings. There. Right, I'm going to turn the music volume down. I'm going to turn that all down. All of you should not be up here, you should be down here, thank you. And then I can turn it up a little bit in stream again. There we go. Hopefully that's okay. Right, I'm going to think really hard tonight about how to get more people. I don't know why I didn't see the settings button. Yeah, me too. So it's quite cool. There's a little prologue thingy about how they met. I don't think we're going to get much horror in this though. A day passes and the time comes for the literature club, Monica and Sayori, to reconvene. As president, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive in the club room. But she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining? No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. But I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. Sorry I'm late. I'm here. It's okay. Welcome back. And Sayori spins over to Monica and deposits the sheet onto Monica's desk. Oh, what's this? Take my hand. Take my hand, take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Caution me to stop, watch my steps so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set in. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. That's great again, because I was focusing on the poem. And I've also had to turn my head so it doesn't overkill me today. Hang on, I can turn it back up a bit now, so the screen which should affect me a bit. Alright, I'm back up to 30%, which should do it. That should kill my eardrums now. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori? Of course. Wait, no. That's the wrong side of the paper. Huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good as you are. Good at it as you are. Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again a week after I write it, and I'm like, wow, this is so stupid. I don't know. It's like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that. Aww. You should have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president. I guess you're not wrong there. I need to, like, set a good example or whatever. You know, I could envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that. Oh, yeah! I would love that! It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know? It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people, usually. But you can when it's in poem, right? Yeah. I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. I'm so glad you showed me. Well, even though it was by accident. Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I'd love that. Oh jeez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over the recruitment brainstorm together? My brainstormed so hard. It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. I get that. I love that line. My brain is a storm hurricane. It's a brain disaster. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Sayori, that's terrible. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes. I was hungry. It's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, when will we have the chance to give people cupcakes? You know, like when they come into the club. What if we said we had free cupcakes on the flyers? I'm like kind of worried that would bring in the wrong kind of people, you know? Wrong kinds? People would come just for the cupcakes and then leave. Oh, nobody would do that. That would be mean. You know, I want to find people who are really into literature, even if they don't know it yet. Let's see, the next thing on the list. Hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it. Like, going around the school and finding people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning or during lunch. And we tell them to go check out the literature club. Well, the problem with that is... she keeps saying like a lot. The problem with that is like, oh my god, like, is this? Like, that's not how Monica's supposed to sound. Stop it! So that she's a Geordie. She's like, the problem with that is like... Right, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How would we know if they're just reading for fun? Well, we could ask them. But then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Oh, your next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just put them on the wall. I'd definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful. I never said you weren't. I just need to think. What would we tell people when handing them out? I don't want to just be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if you told them about the club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club. Okay, so pretend you're a normal person for a second. Oh! Oh! Well, that's harsh. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of a literature club? Probably like, literature is stupid. I'm joining the anime club. What the heck? Sorry, I was just thinking of a friend of mine. Okay, what if I said that we, like, do group readings and discuss it together? I would probably nap through that. That's you, Sayori. Yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. We need to really catch their interest, you know? This sucks. Why is it so hard? Monica, are we sad? What do you like about literature, Sayori? Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you the chance to express yourself. Like, express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? It's like, intimate. Yeah. How do we get that across to people? We could be like, express your true self. Be intimate with us. Oh, sorry. This is supposed to be Friday night. I'm supposed to be scared here. And I'm just in love with this. Okay, that's kind of... Just kidding. Oh my gosh. What is it? I forgot all my things in my classroom. I must have got too excited and rushed here. Silly me. Rushed? But what? Never mind. Do you want to get your stuff then? I'll forget if I don't do it now. I'll wait for you then. Okay, it'll only take a second. Sayori dashes out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. There it is. Write the way into your heart. I was waiting for it. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. There, you got it. Wow, that's lame. No, that's beautiful. Monica! You startled me. Sorry. But it's something important. On the way to my classroom, there was a girl reading a book. Reading a book? Let's hurry and recruit her. Wait, are you sure she's not just doing homework? I could tell she was really into it. Well, I guess we could take a look. Monica grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. Then the two depart the classroom with Sayori leading the way. Who are we going to get? Yuri? This way! You don't have to run. Sayori leads Monica over to a particular classroom and lowers her voice to a whisper. See? In here. Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this. You should go inside and talk to her. Me? You're the president, and I would probably scare her away. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath and timidly enters the classroom. That was fast. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why? What happened? Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left the flyer on her desk and then walked out. That's kind of cute. But I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Should we head back now? Wow, that's a great recruitment strategy. Hi, I'm not going to talk to you. Just hope you see this. And then walk away. Yeah, it's definitely going to be Yuri, that, isn't it? The two head back to the classroom, Sayori feeling rather accomplished. Monica still feels a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monica and Sayori resume their strategy meeting. Hiya, Sage. They discuss various different kinds of recruitment tactics, from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list, and with Monica coming up with the ideas of her own, the two end up in a better spot than from where they began. Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah, I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this? Sayori appears on the sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join the literature club. Right the way into your heart. That's so cute. That's so cute! I thought it was a little overdramatic. But Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What do you mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like I can tell from talking to you today. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but would you call yourself a perfectionist? I'm glad you are here, Sage. I'm glad that hopefully your internet holds out for a little bit, because this is stuff you won't have seen. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go. And it's like, I can't accept anything less than that.
And his name is John C.
Right. But I think in the end it helps me try my hardest at everything. So I don't think it's that bad. Like, with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we envision it. We don't have a vision. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So I'm just really afraid of it deviating from that. The vision. What's the vision? It's... Monica pauses to think, then shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monica trails off. Smiling, Sayori taps her finger against the Jeanette, Sage's entrance theme song. Thanks, onions. But Sayori taps her finger against the sheet of paper. Right the way into your heart. I think what you're trying to do is to make the club what you need the most out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help you. Monica returns Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really going to make this the best club ever. Sayori nods, and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner, and the only movement of the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home? You tell me. You're the president. In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go on ahead. I need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's alright. I just want some alone time. In that case, Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monica. Good luck. Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the club room. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something she probably needed right about now. The club that I need the most? I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion, something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that, because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in, the person who's forced to be perfect. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems. It's a folder of poems. Yeah, but yes, Monica, she is already perfect. She's a perfectionist, and she deserves to be. Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The colour, the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment, yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, 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 every day. Pluck, 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 so pretty in my hair. Pluck, 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 you're going to die. And you too. Oh God, this is dark! This is dark! Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction, and the field I stand in, the prosperous field, is a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labour, the carnage of my joy. And that is why I've decided I must become the flower. That's a really, really dark poem. But also kind of like a nice ending. It's like, I sapped all the joy out of everybody and everything. But realising that there's nothing left around, I'm going to start making people happy. That's a very Sayori poem, isn't it? Yeah, it's again, a lot of these poems have such a good ending to them. It's like, that just, to me, describes the character of Sayori all the way. Happy, happy, happy. Happy, 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 happy. It's not all happy, but I'm going to make people become happy. I'm going to be the one that's going to make people happy now. It's cute. What the... Wait. Sayori? Yeah, that was Sayori. Oh, this is going to go quite quickly, I think. I do think that we're going to get through these side stories pretty quickly. So let's jump into part 2, I guess. So we've got Sayori's story and we've got Yuri's story from the looks of things. We might be missing Natsuki's then. So I'll have to do it. I could probably do a quick speed through to get Natsuki's storyline. Oof, that'll be fun. Let's have a look where Trust Part 2 goes. I'm kind of curious. I want to play through this and hopefully at least you get to experience part of the story that you've not seen before. Another day passes in a flash and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the centre of attention? Sayori's going through these kind of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? This whole time, I didn't think to ask her about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the classroom with her usual smile, but upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Monica? Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quietly. What are you talking about? But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday. It was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things. But as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. Yeah, you can definitely see, like, there's something there. She wants to talk about it, but she doesn't, not ready to yet. So it's like forcing it all. It's like, look, I need the happy. I need you to distract me from this because I'm not strong enough to face it. I'm not ready to face it yet. I want to, and I think that's quite nice though, because she's acknowledging that there. I think through all that she's saying there's something there, but just doesn't want to talk. Like, wants this to be the distraction away from it. I totally get that. I totally get it. I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah. Monica takes a deep breath. Oops. I understand that you don't want me to worry. And I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the Literature Club. It's a place where people can express themselves in the ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. So, I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayori's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? But what about recruitment? It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know? There's no way I can say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need, like, some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You kind of just need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. I just can't start by writing your you can't just start by writing your feelings and see what kind of things it makes you think of. Oh, you can, yeah. And then you could turn your feelings into a little story. You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. Hiya, Wales! Long time no see, my friend. How are you doing? It's not like building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage where you find all the things you want to put in and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way. But it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important. Monica pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on. Stop being a perfectionist. Looks like today is like an early Christmas. Your Slade skates arrived, and so did Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Nice. I know you've been looking forward to those skates for a while, mate. Looking forward to hearing how much use you get out of those. But, say, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond is one of the first Pokemon games I am not even remotely excited about getting it. It's just a remake of a game that I've already played to death, so I never saw the point. I've already played the DS one far too much. And from what I've read, it is just literally a remake. They've added nothing new into it, so bleh. Hope you enjoy it though, because Pearl and Diamond were pretty decent parts of the series, but none of them have come close to X and Y in my opinion. So yeah, if they do a big remake of X and Y, which they don't need to, but if they did, I might consider that one next. But nah, I'll wait for the Legend of is it Legend of Arceus, the new one that they've made. Could be an interesting one, that one. So the boots are comfortable, the plates are okay, the wheels and bearings are basic as they always are on any pair of skates. Are you going to be... Yeah, so I was going to say, are you going to update the wheels and bearings? Because you just pull them off another pair, or are you going to get brand new ones? But say, yeah, Legend of Arceus. Legend of Arceus is one that looks interesting, at least, so I'm keeping an eye on that. But if you've never played Diamond, it's a decent one in the series. I played it first in Japanese, so I bought Pokemon Pearl, was one of the first Japanese games I ever bought when I moved over there. Got really confused because there was a section where I ended up just I'm walking around in circles and nothing opened. None of the gyms were available. I was like, come on, let me through somewhere. This was like on the 5th or 6th gym. Just got a little bit lost when I was playing it in Japanese. But I was new. But you're debating light up black wheels. Nice. Especially for winter, it's a good choice. Alright, you idiot. I'm just kidding. Monica scribbles out, you idiot, after she writes it down. No, keep it. What? Why? You calling me an idiot? Of course not. But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just... Well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Monica rewrites, you idiot. She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for. And I did that exact thing anyway. This is really going to take some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks. I do too. Me, I mean. But also you, of course. Monica continues the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. After a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts. Phew. Monica looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating. I can tell how hard you're trying. Makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing. With you. Sayori beams. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language. Yay, let's do it. Monica and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. That's going to be the end of Sayori's story, right? That's it. Oh, no, there's some more. Oh, cool, there's some more. Yay. Well, hello, Eden. And onions, yeah, it sounds like a good idea. I mean, it is a known strategy, isn't it? To get your feelings, just write them down. If you just let them all flow out, don't be afraid of them, don't be scared of them, don't be ashamed of them. You don't have to show anybody, and you can destroy them later or keep them all in a folder or a book. So, yeah, it's a really good idea. Me, myself, personally, I'm tired, and I'm trying to stay awake, and reading through the side stories, which I've realised we haven't unlocked them all, which is sad. We could try to get through them. But how are you doing today, Eden? How was work today? I'm assuming you're at work today. Today's a work day. That's horrible. And we also say you're thinking of trying it now. Thank you for that. That was good. Be thinking of China neon lens. They're 65mm in diameter with a hardness rating of 78A, which is excellent for trail skating. You lose spin due to the magnet being between the bearings, but some good bearings help out massively. Imagine they do. We got another hydration thing from Sage after trying to give me a bloody jump scare. Eesh. Burning them would be yeah, because especially if you end up writing down stuff that you're worried about or like just want to get out of your system, then burning it could be like very symbolic of just say, they're out now. I've got them out. There's nothing I can do about these, but I'm just going to get rid of them. I like that. He said it was blah. Work's always blah. I get that one, Eden. I definitely get that one. But you saw the new Ghostbusters movie. Is it good? I was talking about that today with, I can't remember, probably some of my students, that there's a new one coming out, and we were just slagging off the last one that they made. But I did hear they got the original cast back in, so yeah, it's a good one. You'd recommend it? I mean, I'm not going to the cinema anytime soon. I'll probably have to wait for it to come out on streaming services. But hey, if it's good, it's one I'll add to the watch list. But as far as the story goes, another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one to the club room. With her is a printout of the revised Literature Club flyer, complete with all the new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with. If only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one. But the old catchphrase is featured clearly in the centre of the flyer. Write the way into your heart. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monica and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to the previous meeting, when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be president if I can't demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The Literature Club is truly beginning to take form, but with that the weight of Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. Debate Club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself. For real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. Her hand doesn't move. Does the ink pour? Does the ink flow down into the dark puddle? I think it does. We've mentioned that before. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it. As she does so, the ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand, Monica writes. This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain. Wow. Good poem. I like it. So, the new Ghostbusters is a canonical continuation of the original two movies rather than a remake. Yeah, that's what I had. Like, because they did get most of the original cast back, didn't they? Like, there's one of them missing, I think. But I say it's good. You had no expectations going, was pleasantly surprised. Nice. Well, that's one I will definitely keep an eye on. I mean, I did give the remake sort of sequel remake option a go, and I just thought that the writing in it was so childish. Like, it was just constant swearing and toilet jokes for the first hour. And I was like, this is not entertaining. I don't find that kind of humour funny in any way. So it's just like, yeah, you're just horrible characters. I don't care if you're female or male. Just the writing was terrible. It was like, ugh. So, yeah, it was nice to hear that they thought they could actually just make a proper Ghostbusters movie. So, hopefully the writing's better. Meow? Hang in there. I have to get my shades ready for that next time. Just remember being bored by it. Don't remember the story or anything. Yeah, there was nothing fascinating about it. Just thought it was really annoying. But so yeah, the remake had bad writing, lost the tone of the movie, focusing on comedy rather than being a horror. Yeah, that was my problem. But the thing is, they thought they were focusing on comedy, but it wasn't funny. It just having someone... Ugh. And say, Sayori Sticker. This is a good opportunity to talk about stuff. Twitch have upgraded the affiliates emote section, so I can now upload a new 5 emotes that everybody can use from the channel, and then 4 more for subscribers, including an animated one. I'm gonna have to do some serious work on this at some point over the next couple of months to try and upgrade the channel, get some more stuff in it. And yes, I do want to add some Doki stickers as well. I want to find some little sound effects that would go with them as well. Like yeah, I think it could be awesome. But yeah, if you are not in the Discord channel already, there's a link in the About section. I've upgraded the invitation link. It's in the About section for my channel. I've added a ton of Doki Doki Literature Club emotes and stuff that could be used right across the whole the whole channel for the Disc Cafe, and I love them. I think they're so cute. I'm going to see if I can implement them onto this channel because I like them. They're so cute. But yeah, Onion says you quite often find films that are just comedy aren't that funny. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I have a very different sense of humor to other people anyway, generally, I find. Like, some people go, this is so hilarious, to be cracking up, and I'm like, it's childish, don't get it. It's not funny for me. But I think very often if something that says it's a comedy tries too hard, if it tries too hard to be funny, it's even less funny, for even if you have that sense of humour. So yeah, I definitely agree. You say Tropic Thunder was awful in that same way. Now the thing is though, Tropic Thunder is an awful film, but it also does have some really good bits in it, and that was the difference for me. I liked Tropic Thunder, but then I kind of liked Jack Black, and I thought that, you know, there was it was a stupid film. Rather than it being just a comedy, for me, Tropic Thunder was just a stupid film, and sometimes you need stupid. Because it didn't take itself seriously. It went in, knew exactly what it was from the beginning. So, yeah, it was a good concept. I wish they'd done, like, a slightly more serious version of Tropic Thunder, though. You know, the idea of putting a film cast into the middle of a situation. Hang on.
Peter Venkman, have you or any member of your family ever been diagnosed schizophrenic or mentally incompetent?
That's from the beginning of the first movie, isn't it, that quote, Sage? I do seem to remember that. But yeah, like I like the concept of Tropic Thunder, because that idea of, you know, taking a film crew into a situation where they think they're in a movie, and therefore reacting as if they are, and it all turning out to be real. I think that could make a fantastic action horror film, rather than it be a stupid comedy. Like, initially when I heard the concept, I did think it was going to be like quite just like an action thriller, and then it turned into be a silly comedy. So it was a bit of a letdown, but there are definitely some funnier bits in Tropic Thunder. But again, some of it appeals to my sense of humour, which is a lot darker than I think other ones are. Whereas things like Made in America, I think it's one of the dullest films I've ever seen. That kind of thing is just no. But yes, no. See, now I'm not very good usually at recognising quotes like that, but it's Ghostbusters, so at least I was going to get that one. I do like Peter though. Peter was one of my favourite characters in Ghostbusters, but has to be Ego. Yeah. It's the hair that did it. The spiky hair. Loved it. Right, anywho, let's see where we can go with this. Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. Monica's not a happy person. Monica's just not happy. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here. Hi. Monica hears Sayori approach her desk, then stops for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then, she sits down in the adjacent desk. Bad day? Mm-hmm. They just seem much more normal in these side stories. Like, there are just generally two people having conversations. I'm kind of liking the writing for this. You too? The new flyer looks so good.
Peter Venkman, human sacrifice. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
God, he was such a sarky son of a gun, wasn't he, that character? Right, you've been working so hard on the club, but also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. Zoe takes the sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You could trust me with anything. Sayori gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Sometimes I want to die. Sayori, this is really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like 1,000,000 times better than me. That's completely not true. Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now, my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday, I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you. More than I'm scared. At those words, Monica stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monica's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in gentle silence. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you could just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kind of thoughts that I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that because I used to be like that. Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially after we've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence, and our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me. Aww. Monica feels a tightened sensation in her heart, a feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radiate between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare. Monica steps forwards. But if nothing else, I could at least offer you some hug energy. If you'd like. Oh! Oh, that's so cute. Wordlessly, and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. Through their contact, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. At this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that of all the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything. I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless, and everyone would be better off without me. She suppresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything, and it just feels like everyone just has to put up with me, and I hate it. I hate it. The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away, and now they're making you put up with me, and I just want to die. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monika becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now. So, she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. It's just being your friend. Monika offers a few words of comfort, but she knows, Sayori said it herself, the thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong. Monika can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sayori battle them, like any good friend would do. You have so much value. To me, and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favourite thing to do, right? Sayori doesn't respond, but Monika feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. Oh, that's such a cute scene. The two share their embrace for a while longer, Monika letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. This conversation seems very familiar to me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy. Mm-hmm. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. The two exchange smiles. You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Sayori nods. It's scary, it really is. Since it's already so hard to tell people. Yeah. Well, of course it will always be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I could do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would. Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches. Wow, that made me so tired. And hungry. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I can say it's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Monika smiles, but I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face speaks inside. A face that seems familiar. Oh, what an ending. It's beautiful. But that makes me even more sad, because that prologue really implies that Monika knows exactly what Sayori's secret was. Monika didn't manipulate Sayori, she just kind of pushed it, knowing full well what it was. Like, wow, Monika became evil in the first chapter of this game. What the hell? Knowing how vulnerable Sayori is and how much they actually meant to each other, she turns down her friend? Oh, but then I suppose it's because she starts to realise it's like Sayori's not real. She's just a program written that way and starts to get disillusioned. Feels very much like that film we watched tonight though, isn't it? It's like, is it real? If it's not real, I can just completely disconnect and I don't care anymore. Wow. But yeah, wow. But the connection there, that prologue is beautiful. I almost wish that they put that at the beginning of the game rather than it being a side story. Like, just to really hit you even harder. Like, knowing their background, knowing how those two met, how the club is formed at the beginning, then jumping in with the protagonist, having him join the club and get to know the people in a bit more detail that way. Although, again, it's like, the impact of not knowing that and then watching Sayori get really depressed at the end of the first act would be taken away if you knew that. So, yeah, I don't know. The shock factor, I think, it works. It works not knowing this, but story-wise, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Well done. Another plus point to the writers of this. If anyone's like a fan of this work, I've put a link into their social media stuff on Twitter, so I definitely would recommend following them on Twitter. Both the producer, the writers for this game, and they have a Discord channel as well, which is really cool because you get loads of extra like talk with the developers and writers and stuff on there. So if you check out my Twitter feed, the last post I put in, all I literally posted was a link to this and to their social media accounts. But yeah, that was cute. So all I've got left at the moment is the Yuri side story. So we'll load into that one. I'm going to grab a quick drink, and then we might have to do something to unlock Natsuki's. It'll be interesting. But say though. It does add to the replaying it because then Monika's interactions have more meaning. Yeah, so once you've played this game once and you know what the secret is, you can start looking out for those little things, which I couldn't resist doing. Like every time they said something that I didn't notice the first time around, it's like goes, I feel so happy I could die. I'm like, this has a lot more meaning. And it goes, maybe you should just disappear. It's like those little throwaway lines start to suddenly mean something when you know what happens in this. And Sage with that is modding as well. Sage, this game is beautifully perfect. It doesn't need modding. It does not need anything adding to it. It's already random enough as it is. Stop modding everything! Like, mods are supposed to improve things, not just change them for the sake of it. I have no desire to mod this game in any shape, form, or description. But, right. Anyway, oh look, we got a new Monika wallpaper. Nice. And do we get... Yes, we do. We got that one too. Oh, that's cute. So, I know you finished the game. The game has replay. I've finished the game. This is like my second... It's going to be my third time through it shortly. Right, anywho. Still no mail. Look, no mail in my inbox. Email me. Right, anywho, I think we go into Yuri's side story. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monika and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Yuri! Hello! I like how they just don't say anything to each other. Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She very conspicuously mouths to Monika. It's her. It's the girl. It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monika leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she's found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail containing her excitement. It's happening. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monika, this is Sayori, and we run the literature club, even though it's just us so far, but... What's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So, what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori, and this is Monika. Sayori, Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Like books? They're in a literature club, Sayori. No, not like books. Just weird fantasies. It's not that kind of club, Yuri. Yuri looks at Monika. fantasy is cool. Yes, have you heard of Annabelle Dupont? I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favourite author. I'm on her 5th book and it's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. Like, you can borrow my books. I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help, like, I'd love to. It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have, no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid, but that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point out things like that, Sayori. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Yay! That's exactly what I want to do. Besides, Sayori lowers her voice, I'm probably going to need all the time I can get. She taps her finger against the dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she maybe ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. So, just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. Well, there are probably a few things that you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in the other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Sayori nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think, if we're going to be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault, since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because Yuri glances over at Monica. Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was. But I decided that was probably irrational. Wait. No, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just, walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interrupt things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too. So you just used an aux cable from your main monitor to the aux port on your PC. So when you switch your main monitor to the Switch, you can hear it and peach at the same time with the same headphones. Nice. I give you running story readings while you're playing games. Is good, duh. Such as there being too many people as Sumeru people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So, it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Aw, that makes me happy. Cheers. You need to play Pokemon. I get that. There's so many games I need to play. I bought Blue Reflection 2, because Blue Reflection was one of my favourite games. And they announced a sequel. I paid £95 for this. £95 for a game. I haven't played it yet. I've been putting in so much blooming overtime with work that I just haven't had time to sit down and play games for more than half an hour. But yeah, this is how much of a fan of the series I am. I paid 95 quid for this. But it looks so good. And the game's beautiful. Like, the first game is really amazing. It's about a girl who's like on the track to becoming like a national ballerina, but gets into an accident and injures herself and then has to give up being a ballerina. Transfers to a different school because she can't take the pressure of everyone like feeling like she's let them down. And she starts to come across other people having problems, and you start helping them out in this like JRPG storytelling thing. And you gain this magical girl ability to dive into like this dream world where you can start to see what their fears are, watch them manifest, and then can use it to help them. It's a beautiful game. Like, the music in it's really good, the characters are really sweet, and the storytelling is just mwah. So yeah, I paid £95 for the sequel. And we'll see if it's worth it. I hope it is. Yeah. But just time. Right. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same thing I am, except online. So I thought the Literature Club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kind of other things are you into? Like genres? I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. Oh, just things you would think are dumb. Sage, there's nothing wrong with liking mods, man. I know that's you. You all over are, like, Spoiler King, Mod Master, Loot Lord. These are you and your titles alone. Just yeah, slow down on them sometimes. Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face. Piplup! Not a tough choice at all. Piplup. Piplup, 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 Piplup. Or Piplup. All the way Piplup. Slightly biased, but I like to Piplup. Yeah, you go Princess Sun as well. See, small hint at us being related. Just a small hint. But also Piplup, when he evolves, becomes, I think it says, is it Steel Water type, which is a very, very rare combination. And it is a beautiful counter to many, many things. How about I tell you about something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into? I suppose that would be okay. Okay, well, I'm pretty into, like, crafty things. Like making cute little collages or decorating things. Like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends. But then I put it off till the last minute. So yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into. That sounds quite creative. Start thinking creatively. Find some twigs, leaves, use them to write Dan, your favourite colour? But yeah, no, Sage, I think, how are you finding it now, like, playing games when you're not looking up, like, walkthroughs, guides, and spoilers towards the endings? Like, are you finding you enjoy them anymore, or is it just becoming a little bit harder? Just general curious now, because I know you've been putting a lot of effort into trying stuff without looking things up. And I definitely get the urge to look up and spoil things sometimes, but sometimes if I'm not fully enjoying something, I'll look up how it ends just to see if is it worth going on. If I get stuck, we'll use a guide. But generally, otherwise, try not to too much. Especially a TV series, unless the TV series is dragging. Like, sometimes like I'll look up and say, does this character die? I have to know. But yeah, same. May be able to Pokemon Home a really good Piplup from... This is one of the good sides, though, is like the tradability of Pokemon. Well, whatever you get, you'll be able to get all of them anyway. Because any ones you're missing, we can Pokemon Home them from any of the previous games. We have a complete Pokedex for most versions of the game now. And we just transfer them onto Pokemon Home and trade them across. So if you're ever needing anything, let me know. My job in Pokemon is now a Pokemon breeder. I have been for many, many years. I always try and go for those max stats, 6 EV, fully trained, and shiny if I can, but I don't like shiny hunting. Shiny hunting boring. But I will quite happily breed Pokemon until you get the best stats for them. So, yeah, let me know. And they'll be better than ones you get from Pokemon Go, too. Just saying. But I say, Pokemon Home wouldn't let you pass the Shield Legendary to Pokemon Sword. They just need someone else with the game. Just do a trade across that way. That's the best way to do it. Right. Not that much. It's just stuff you'd be... Alright, not that much. It's just stuff you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So, I have to share something that I'm into now, right? Sayori notes. Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature. Monica, I'm going to start a nature club. No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now. I'm not. Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as Vice President of the Literature Club. There, now you're stuck with me. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri, I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after getting cut off. I like going out into the woods or to the park. Just places where I can walk or sit and not have any people around. See, this is why I like Yuri. Yuri is definitely... Perfecto. But yeah, motivated dinner date. You know where I am, mate, if you ever need any help with Pokemon. It's peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, when I feel like I need it. Wow. I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do, if you don't let it slip through your fingers. The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So you two going to be starting on that book the next club meeting? That's the plan. I'm so excited. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye! As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room. Sayori, you are a lifesaver. I didn't do anything, I just talked. Still... Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels nice when I can put my energy towards other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It makes me happy. This is the danger for Sayori's character. She ignores her own problems sometimes and always puts her own happiness onto other people. So, like, if they're not happy, it'll cripple her immediately because she'll have no way to autonomously feel happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting? I'm kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great. So we'll say, when he hit Twitch, she was presented with a hot tub bikini Pokemon Diamond playthrough. To be fair, the bikini was a Pokeball bikini, but you weren't tempted. You weren't tempted, really? Really? My bikini playthrough? Isn't that what Twitch is all about? Like, I'm the exception here. Alright. I don't think I would look good in a bikini. I think I would scare people away with a bikini. I'm just too damn good looking. But say, do you find it more fun, but also more frustrating because you're not sure on if you need to share all events with the Mega Quintet? Enjoy the game, man. You don't have to get it perfect. But say, I just want to know your favourite starters in each gen. Yeah, go for it, man. Your wife would be disappointed. Get her to do this. She'd be disappointed at you watching me in a bikini. I think she'd probably want to join in. I'm the same. Shh. Just because you got me the bikini, Princess Sully. You don't have to tell everybody. Bikini party? I think this sounds like a plan for Easter. Right. Oh god. No, we've already had that suggestion, to be honest. I do believe myself and Working Class Hero have planned to have a bikini pool party for the stream once I get up to Scotland. We've discussed this at great lengths. It's going to be great to get everybody involved. Pretty sure it's a quick way to get myself banned. I hate water. I absolutely hate. No, I know you love. I know you love swimming, Onions. I'm terrified of it because I can't swim. I cannot swim for hell or back. I can't play like snooker pool either because of being, mostly blind. I tried. I invited a bunch of co-workers out for to go to a place called the Conservatory. It's one of the most chill places to hang out. They have pool tables. I sat there playing chess with people and they said, do you want to play some pool? You invited us here, so I tried. I could barely even hit the cue ball. I'm just like, I can't see it. I have no depth perception. So, yeah, both kinds. I'll go along to it. I'll go along to either. I just wouldn't join in so much. I'd find something else to occupy myself, like throwing balls at people. As long as there's balls involved. Yeah, just hang out. I'm not the kind of person, but I wouldn't like sit on the edge. I would literally be I'd stand there, talk to people. Or if it's the pool, I'd sit next to the pool so people could splash around, do whatever. And I'd sit there, get a nice cold drink, throw stuff at people, throw insulting, sarcastic remarks at everybody, just to be a complete and utter troll. Because I've realised I basically am a living troll. I think it's my Norwegian blood. It makes me a troll. I'm damn proud of it. You'd throw them back. You'd be able to see me. Yeah, that's the difference. I would never hit you. I'd be throwing stuff, and I think I was aiming them. They'd be flying all over the place. But in Pokemon Let's Go, Pokemon Shields, when you saw the Switch, it was generally tidy. In this game, it's a mess. One controller set for swinging. Oh no. Yeah, I'm just going to avoid the new Pokemon remake. There's no point in it. No point. Ugh. But it's still probably better than Pokemon Let's Go. God, that game was appalling. Right, I think you'll do great, Monica says. After the surprise of the new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. That was based on me, that sticker, I'm sure it was. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. Has Monica already started being late? It's club time again! Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri is talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books and how you had to stop me so we could talk first, it was so inconsiderate of me. Hello? Hello? Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Because I know you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Well... Thankfully, I'm not too engrossed to be caught out with this one badly. There was some times in Dark Souls last night, though, when you guys got me really good with that knock-knock. Oh. God, I was raging hard by the end of that. Apparently, though, actually talking to Mizaminci after the stream, yeah, I've taken a very non-orthodox route through Dark Souls. I've bypassed what most people do, which is why I'm really struggling now, because I am so underleveled for fighting that big butterfly boss. Which I'm going to do. Next time we are going to beat it. But I've skipped out like loads of Blight Town apparently. There's another boss that I'm supposed to have already fought before now. So, oops. I don't know where I went wrong. I really don't have a clue. So, we have to do some backtracking next Thursday. But yes, well, but the thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet. Maybe all that running away. Maybe no, my running away was just running backwards and forwards where I'd already been. I was very careful about that one. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly.
Right.
That was basically all I did last night, yeah. Was just running away a lot. But I was very careful with where I went. I just apparently didn't go the way most people do. So I bypassed huge sections of the game. Oops. That's very me, though. I always go straight to the end, even when I'm trying to explore. So it just sounded like something fun we could do together. Reading your books. You know, like, as a club activity. That would be okay, right? Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place. And you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here. Sayori pulls the desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book. Dusk Bell. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. Ah, it's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now. Oh, right. I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait, how come you need paper? Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes. Notes? Yeah, useful if you're doing a tabletop role-playing game. I mean... yes, that's an effective strategy. Exactly. I'm sure it'll be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. He's so cute. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you. No. Sayori rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Anyway, would you like to get started? Okay. After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leading towards. How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The thing I write, I just like putting down feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work. Ah, you're into poetry? I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way. Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now, if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. So, that's when you can tell her personality completely flips, is when she stops being patient. Wow. I see. Sayori jots, Yuri is patient into her notes. Hey, that's for the book. I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient, because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Sayori flips through the first pages of the book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, Chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again. What does vindicated mean? Ah, well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Sayori turns the page. Are these footnotes? A lot of the dialogue is cultural references that require explanations to be understood. The two continue reading. It sounds like the Wheel of Time. I found that had a lot of things that needed explaining when I first started reading them. Although, has anyone actually started watching the TV series for that? Because I saw that that Amazon Prime released the Wheel of Time series, and I ignore general mass media reviews because they're really biased, usually have rubbish opinions, but do like to hear about other people's viewpoints. You're not read, I'll say it's a great series of books, Onions. If you do end up needing like a fantasy series of books, Wheel of Time series will just keep you going forever. But yeah, Princess Sully, how is it? Because I know Dad, our Dad, he loves the Wheel of Time books. So it was great when he told me he started reading. I'm like, yes, I read them. It was something great as we just talked about. But yeah, how is it, Princess Sully? Like, I'm curious. I haven't had time to watch it because it's literally just working through till 10, 11 o'clock. They're good, nice. I'm planning on trying to watch at least one of the episodes this weekend. So that'll be kind of cool. And then the other one that's come out is the Cowboy Bebop series is out on Netflix, guys. I have watched the first episode of that one. That one took priority, and it is good. It's cheesy as hell, but they've got the right theme. They make so many tribute references to the anime for it. It's so good, so good. But so they've aged up the characters a bit. I'm okay with that, rather than pretending that they're younger. But yeah, Cowboy Bebop, definitely watch. It's beautifully done. And like, I remember bits from the anime, I'm like, are they going to do that? And they do. And you're like, yes, they get the core moments in. The special effects are just enough to give it the live action twist on anime. Beautiful, beautiful. And as you said, you had planned to watch Discover first. And then, what's Paramount? I confused. Oh, Discovery, as in Star Trek Discovery? I still haven't even bothered finishing the 3rd season. I switched off after about 4 episodes. I did hear that they've delayed the 4th season now, but I couldn't care less. And I'm one of the biggest Star Trek fans on the planet. I mean, half my blooming wardrobe is like Star Trek uniforms and Star Trek t-shirts. I have most of the books, every TV series up to Discovery, every movie, multiple copies, toys galore. Like, my Micro Machine Star Trek collection is beautiful. And I can't be bothered with Discovery. Hate it. But yeah, the cast was in England this week promoting it. Fair enough, and Paramount literally pulled it from Netflix on Wednesday from around the world. I did hear that, yeah. I saw the article saying that they'd completely removed it without any warning about it. Something must have gone on. Something must be like, we have a legal issue, so we don't want to show this until it's sorted. But honestly, I hope you do get to see it. And I hope it's good. I detest the character Michael Burnham so much. I can't bear to watch another episode anymore. I can't watch a series where they emphasize on a character that I don't gel with. Can't stand it. I would say he didn't watch after the first 3 or 4 episodes of Discovery. He just didn't like any of the characters and didn't care for the story. Like, Discovery has some really good stories in there if you can push past it. But you shouldn't have to push past anything in a series. Saru's amazing. His story's brilliant. Right? They should. Oh, and I love the captain in the first series. He's a great captain. The captain in the first episode was brilliant. Giorgio should have been kept on as a main character there. And yeah, rubbish. What, Paramount wants to push their own streaming service? Ain't no one gonna get that. Like, I don't even pay for Disney Plus because I don't like the fact that they pulled all their shows to have their own default streaming service. I think it's selfish. I don't want to pay for that. Ugh. But say season 3's ending was a bit too silly. Yeah, I've not been. It's like with the new Doctor Who. I haven't watched any of the latest season because I got switched off. Same thing. But yeah. I'm not gonna pay for another streaming service though. They can get lost. And if they want people to get Paramount Plus and it's gonna have Star Trek Discovery on it. I'm like, I don't care. You've got nothing for me. But yeah, it's kind of sad that a lot of people talk about like shows that are on Disney Plus as if everyone's seen them. You know, like, oh, have you seen The Mandalorian? No. Have you seen any of the new Marvel series? No. Any of the Marvel spin-offs? No. Don't have Disney Plus. But say Doctor Who is halfway through a super confusing 6-parter. Eesh. But say the new season's gone on for 6 episodes, single story. Yeah, that's. I don't even watch the last season of Doctor Who. I stopped after the Post Office episode. Post Office episode was alright. I just hate her companions. The writing is rubbish. It's like the worst rubbish writing I've seen in Doctor Who for years. And yeah, I've heard that the series from Disney Plus are good. I just will not pay for a streaming service just to watch 2 or 3 series. It ain't worth it for me. I don't have enough time to make it worth it. And yeah, honestly, are you giving me access? I'm never going to get it myself. I don't see it being worth it at all. So yeah, I'm just. All these companies want to jump on the streaming bandwagon. It's just like, no, get involved with this series, this one that already exists, because people are already paying for that, and you can start taking a chunk of it. Like, how many people in the world have a subscription to Netflix or Amazon Prime? Like, those are the 2 huge ones. Get a slice of the pie. Don't jump off and try and make your own pie and try to sell it. I already have pie. I like my pie. I don't want someone else's pie. I like my pie. To give me back my flavourings to my pie. You took away my Marvel series, Disney. So protest. I'm not bothered. I'm not even, to be honest though, I'm not even fussed about missing stuff like The Mandalorian. Disney lost my interest in the Star Wars franchise years ago. I enjoyed Episode 7. I've hated Episode 8 and 9. Not great films. The spin-off films, haven't even bothered seeing them. Like the Solo film, never saw it. I just can't be bothered. I've lost complete interest in it. They said all the memes are basically, yay, Netflix sold piracy followed by 20 streaming services reinvented it. That is very true, to be honest. Oh, it's cuckoo. It's absolutely cuckoo. But we have Twitch. I make my own TV now. Keep you entertained with stuff. Rogue One I like. I will say I did like Rogue One. I know quite a few people didn't, but I just thought that was that was a good film. But I haven't gone out my way to see anything Star Wars related since. It's like, I'm done. I'm completely done. When they said they cancelled a lot of the other spin-off movies, I'm like, nah, I'm done. Yeah, it's done. I'm just done with the whole franchise. Either way. And that's my problem though. It's like these series might be good, but the problem is I've been so disillusioned. I have zero motivation to even try going back into it or try these new things which are apparently good, because it's like, yeah, but I don't like the rest of the franchise now, so you've lost me. And I know I'm not the only one on that front. They've lost quite a few fans because of the damage. There's too much damage. It's like when you eat something and you're ill from it, and then you can't look at that food again, no matter how much you like it. Like my parents got food poisoning from salmon, and now they can't touch salmon in any form. It doesn't matter how well it's cooked or how good it is, they can't touch it. So, yeah. For me, that's Star Wars now. I liked it a lot as a kid. I loved Star Trek was always my thing, which is why I'm so disappointed in Discovery. But I have to go and watch Star Wars Rebels, which again, good. Not my thing though. It just doesn't look entertaining for me, and there's so much other things I'd rather watch. So I'm done with Star Wars. Star Wars is dead to me. I gave it a try. Disney killed it. They've killed it for me. I can't face it anymore. Right, anyway, Doki, let's go. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions had been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them, but the tables have turned. Wait, are they talking about the past right now, or the present? Where? Right here! They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Sayori rubs her temples. The two of them continue, with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value of the notes, as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often, and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far. So, what are your thoughts up to this point? Sayori tries to find the words. Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it the way you do. The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses, then shakes her head. We could do something else tomorrow. But, I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore. That's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Yuri leaves. You weren't making me. Sayori's left alone with her words. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. Oh, she's gonna get all, like, really negative now, isn't she? It's the only thing I'm good at and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. Oh, this is horrible! Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough? I'd probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her. Oh, Sayori. No. Am I right in remembering, though, that, like, Rebels is computer generated? It's nice to hear, though, that they have got, just reading through your message, though, is that they have got Grey Jedi in. That is good, because that is something that I really liked. But say Rebels is CGI, yeah. And again, another thing that puts me up, that kind of puts me off watching those things as well, is that I have really been turned off by a lot of things which is just CGI. Again, they may be really, really good things, really good films, TV series. I just have zero appeal towards them. I just don't care. I really don't. It's just something about the presentation of CGI animation that puts me off. And I don't know what it is, because when I have almost been forced to sit down and watch stuff like, you know, Frozen or Moana, especially, you know, the really big ones, I've enjoyed them, but it's not, I can't motivate myself to go out of my way to watch those kind of things. It's a bit weird, I know. I think it's just having a list of so many things that I know I personally want to do without recommendation, that it pushes everything else down. Right, anyway, we are approaching midnight, but my vision is really starting to blur up at this point. I haven't had a chance to treat my eyes today, so I'm kind of wondering if this would be a good finishing point for me tonight. I've got one more part of the story to go through with Yuri, and there'll be 2 parts to go through with Natsuki. So we could do a speed run through and see if we can just unlock Natsuki's poems. Maybe in 2 weeks' time do a proper playthrough to get Natsuki's as well. So that could speed this up to a longer session. I'm just not sure I can keep up with the reading on this at this point. We don't have any new pictures, do we? No new pictures, no new backgrounds. That's new. Character sketches. Cool. But yeah, I think just looking at that, it's like it is nicely halfway through. And I might just do I could do the Natsuki playthrough off stream. I don't know. No, because then it'd be nice for people to see what Natsuki's story is, even though we've got it. Sorry, but yeah, sorry guys, because today's been such a long day. I've got to go and I've got to do my eye treatment, and that's going to take probably about 15-20 minutes, and that's going to take me. I'm already feeling tired, so I think this could be a good place to finish it. So yeah, sorry, a bit shorter stream today. My vision's not going to hold up for a full length stream at this point. So yeah, no, we'll look at this next time then. So tomorrow we got some Pathfinder on at 6 o'clock. If you guys are around, all my times are in GMT. So if you ain't in the UK, then you may have to translate time zones. But 6 PM tomorrow we got some Pathfinder. Sunday at 1 PM we're gonna have some more Final Fantasy 13 Part 2. Thursday 8 PM we're looking at probably some more Dark Souls. Don't know why I'm putting myself through that. And then I say I'm not streaming next Friday because I have other prior arrangements for that date. Unfortunately, it means we'll be back in 2 weeks for some more Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, where I will run through the next part of Yuri's story. Then we'll do a Natsuki story playthrough. So we'll just run through the main game, but just skipping to the new bits with Natsuki. And then if there's time, I'll try and do Natsuki side stories. So yeah. Now the other thing to look out for your Blood Bowl fans is that there is a very exciting match coming up soon. Originally it is scheduled for Tuesday 8 PM, but we may be able to move it into Sunday around about 6:30, 7 o'clock-ish, before Onion's stream kicks in, where it's a grudge match between myself and Miser Mincy. He trounced me in the last game that we had, and I knew he would. He's the best player in the league, and he's playing an A-rank team, a fast A-rank team versus my slow B-rank team. So I knew it was going to happen. He's a good sport about it. I did manage to injure at least one of his players. Didn't kill anyone though. Bit disappointing on that one. No spoilers for any other games though. But we've organised a friendly grudge match. It's going to be an interesting one. You guys will not be expecting what this grudge match is though, because we are not going to be using our league teams for this. So definitely keep an eye out on the Blood Bowl channel on Discord as well. We will keep you posted on this. But honestly, I do swear you will not expect what we are going to throw at you for this one. It is going to be a fantastic match. But thank you very much, everybody. And say I do apologise for cutting things a little bit short today. But you say you might be able to join on Sunday. That's fine. It'll also be great to see you. Hope that, because you usually go skating on a Sunday morning, don't you? So I really do hope that your skating training session goes well. It'll be nice to see you on Sunday. We've really get quite interested in Final Fantasy 13 Part 2 because the time travel mechanics in it are so good and very original. Like, I don't know any other game except maybe Chrono Trigger that handles time travel as well as Final Fantasy 13 Part 2. So Eden, Onions, Wheels, thank you very much for being here for part of the stream. And Sage, thank you very much for the fanfare there at the end. Just if I quit out of this, and we'll have a quick gander to see. I think who do you guys want to be dropped in on tonight? I'm not sure who. But yeah, hopefully a lot of you will see tomorrow night for the Pathfinder stream, which would be awesome. But yeah, so just looking through, we've got our good friend Shadow Drake. We think he's Shadow Drake again. Support him now he's back up and streaming. Yeah, that'll be nice. I mean, I think, like, just looking through, Diplo's playing Zelda Randomizer again. Celtic's finished to go off and play games with his friends. So yeah, let's have some Guitar Hero. So I'm going to drop you guys off with the lovely Shadow Drake. I normally would have been going for another hour here, but today's just been far too long, and I do need to go and wash my eyes out, so apologies for that. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, whatever you've got planned. For many of you, I say we'll see you tomorrow night for some Pathfinder. Other than that, have a great weekend, everybody. Hope your internet gets a little bit more stable, Sage, and it's been good to have you around. Sorry I didn't get to see your list of Pokemons. I think you did post it, and then everything disappeared off chat too quickly for me to be able to respond. So other than that, give a lot of love to Shadow Drake too from me. Drop in that Samurai if you got any of the emotes for now. Please check them in. I will be updating that. I might even try and get that ready for Sunday with some new emotes there, but that should do it. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed that as well. Those 3 stories have been beautiful so far. So look forward to the continuation of that in 2 weeks' time, and I shall see you all tomorrow, hopefully. Good night.